Most people believe that financial stability requires a very high income, but that's not true at all. There are people earning six figures who still feel stressed about money every single month. Meanwhile, some people earn far less but never worry about their finances. The difference isn't how much they make, it's the simple financial rules they follow consistently. In this video, I'll show you 7 minimalist money rules that can keep you financially stable no matter how much you earn. These rules are practical, clear, and powerful enough to simplify money management completely. The truth is, most people struggle with money in the exact same ways. They live paycheck to paycheck, never knowing if they'll have enough by the end of the month. They often have little or no savings and constantly worry about unexpected expenses. Impulsive spending habits make things worse, and many try to follow complicated budgets that are impossible to maintain. Even people with high incomes often feel stressed, overwhelmed, and out of control with their finances. Why does this happen? It's not because they're bad with money or lazy. It's because their financial systems are too complicated, inconsistent, or simply non existent. Minimalism in money is the solution. By following a few clear, simple rules, you can remove the chaos and finally take control of your finances. So, what does minimalist money actually mean? Minimalism in finance is all about simplicity and clarity. It's about removing unnecessary decisions, reducing stress, and focusing on what really matters. Instead of tracking dozens of spending categories or trying to follow complicated budgeting systems, you focus on just a few key rules that make the biggest impact. Minimalist money is not about depriving yourself or being cheap. It's about creating a system that automatically keeps your finances organized and under control. When your money system is simple, consistent, and intentional, you can make smarter choices without overthinking everything. This approach allows you to save, invest, and spend in a way that feels effortless and sustainable. And the best part is that you don't need a huge income to make it work. Even a modest paycheck can lead to financial stability if you follow the right rules. Rule number one is simple, but it's the most important. Always spend less than you earn. It sounds obvious, but most people fail at this every single month. Even people with high incomes often spend more than they make and end up stressed or in debt. The key is to create a gap between your income and your expenses. That gap is what allows you to save, invest, and build financial stability over time. Here's the minimalist approach. Don't try to optimize every single category of spending. Instead, focus on keeping your total expenses below your income, no matter what. You don't need to cut out every little thing or live like a monk. It's about prioritizing the essentials, controlling the extras, and being intentional with your money. A simple trick is to automatically allocate a portion of your income to savings or investments first, and then live on what's left. This way, spending less than you earn becomes almost automatic, and financial stability starts to build itself. Remember, if you consistently spend more than you earn, no amount of financial advice or high income will ever make you stable. Rule number two is pay yourself first automatically. This means that as soon as you get paid, you immediately set aside a portion of your income for savings or investments before you spend a single dollar. Most people do it the other way around. They spend first, and whatever is left at the end of the month goes into savings, if anything. The problem with that approach is simple. Life always finds a way to spend the leftovers. By paying yourself first, you make saving non-negotiable. It becomes automatic, consistent, and stress-free. You don't have to rely on willpower or discipline, which is often unreliable. Even a small percentage of your income consistently saved or invested grows into real financial stability over time. For example, setting aside just 10% of every paycheck automatically can add up to a substantial emergency fund or investment portfolio over the years. This rule works because it makes your future self a priority. When you automate your savings, you're not just avoiding debt or stress, you're actively building wealth while living your life comfortably. Rule number three is to keep your budget extremely simple. Most people fail at budgeting because they try to track dozens of categories, create complicated spreadsheets, or use apps that feel like a full-time job. The more complicated your budget becomes, the less likely you are to follow it consistently. Minimalist budgeting is different because you only need a few simple categories to manage your money effectively. By reducing complexity, you make your budget easy to follow, predictable, and sustainable. You can see exactly where your money is going without overthinking every small expense. The key is consistency, so you should stick to your categories, review your spending occasionally, and avoid unnecessary micromanagement. When your budget is simple, it supports your other rules, like spending less than you earn and paying yourself first, without adding stress to your life. Minimalism in budgeting is not about restriction, it is about clarity and control. Rule number 4 is to avoid bad debt whenever possible. Most people get trapped by high interest consumer debt, like credit cards or payday loans, and it quickly becomes a heavy burden. Even if you have a good income, carrying debt can steal your financial freedom and create constant stress. The key is understanding the difference between productive debt and destructive debt. Productive debt, such as a mortgage or a business loan, can help you grow wealth over time, but destructive debt only creates financial pressure without any real benefit. Minimalist money is about making intentional choices and refusing to take on debt that harms your financial stability. Avoiding bad debt allows you to keep more of your income for savings, investments, and experiences that truly matter. By living below your means and steering clear of unnecessary debt, you create a solid foundation for long-term financial freedom. Rule number 5 is to build a strong emergency fund. Many people underestimate how important it is to have money set aside for unexpected events, such as medical bills, car repairs, or sudden job loss. Without an emergency fund, even small financial surprises can create stress and force you into debt. A solid emergency fund acts as a financial safety net and gives you peace of mind. Experts usually recommend saving 3 to 6 months of living expenses, but the exact amount depends on your personal situation and comfort level. The goal is to have enough money to cover your essential expenses without relying on credit or loans. Building this fund gradually, consistently putting money aside every month, makes it achievable even on a modest income. Having an emergency fund also allows you to make smarter financial decisions because you are not forced to react impulsively to crises. By creating this cushion, you strengthen your financial stability and protect yourself from unnecessary stress. Rule number 6 is to invest in a simple long-term way. Many people overcomplicate investing by trying to time the market, chase trends, or use complex strategies that are difficult to manage. Minimalist investing focuses on consistency and simplicity, which usually produces better results over time. Using methods like index funds, retirement accounts, or other low-cost diversified investments allows your money to grow steadily without requiring constant attention. The key is to start early and invest regularly, even if the amounts are small. Over time, the power of compound growth can turn modest contributions into substantial wealth. By keeping your investing strategy simple, you avoid stress, mistakes, and unnecessary fees that often eat into returns. Minimalist investing is not about getting rich quickly. It is about creating sustainable financial growth and security for the future. The more automatic and straightforward your approach, the more likely you are to stick with it consistently. Rule number 7 is to buy less but buy better. Many people spend money impulsively on things they don't truly need, filling their lives with clutter and temporary satisfaction. Minimalist money is about intentional spending and focusing on quality over quantity. By prioritizing purchases that add real value to your life, you reduce waste and save money in the long run. Buying better doesn't necessarily mean buying expensive. It means choosing items that last longer, serve their purpose well, and bring you genuine satisfaction. This approach applies to everything from clothes and electronics to experiences and services. When you adopt this mindset, you naturally cut unnecessary expenses, free up money for savings or investments, and create a simpler, more organized life. Over time, buying less but better improves your financial stability and your overall well-being. It also reinforces all the other rules because you are more intentional with the money you already earn and save. Let's quickly summarize the key points from this video. Financial stability does not require a huge income or complicated financial strategies. It is achieved by following a few simple, consistent rules that guide your decisions every day. Spending less than you earned, paying yourself first, keeping a simple budget, avoiding bad debt, building an emergency fund, investing consistently, and buying less but better are the foundations of minimalist money. When you apply these rules, managing your finances becomes easier, less stressful, and more predictable. The goal is not perfection, but consistency and intention. Even small steps taken regularly lead to significant financial stability over time. By focusing on simplicity and control, you can create a system that works automatically and supports both your present needs and your future goals. If you found these minimalist money rules helpful, take a moment to think about which one will make the biggest difference in your life. Share your thoughts in the comments below because I would love to hear which rule you plan to start with. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more practical tips on money, investing, and financial freedom. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new video that can help simplify your finances and improve your life. If you want to dive deeper into building financial stability, check out the next video where I explain how to automate your savings and investments for even better results. Start applying these rules today because consistency and action are what truly create long-term financial security.